My name is Jordan Bramwell, and I am currently a freshman as I attend the University of Colorado Boulder. My advocacy story for the CMCI 1010 Concepts and Creativity Storytelling course entails the rapid rise of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer community coming out over social media. I conducted an interview with my personal friend from high school, Dylan Cook, who came out over social media himself his senior year of high school in March of 2014. As technology progresses in society today, it is now socially acceptable for those a part of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer community to come out of the closet over social media. Throughout American history, those a part of the LGBTQ population have been degraded and considered inferior because of their sexuality that differs from the social norm. It has been put into question that if the Constitution clearly states all men are created equal, then why aren't those with a different sexual orientation being treated that way?
Hi, this is Dylan. I know Jordan from high school. We swam together, and I'm a part of the LGBT community.
Dylan has been a close friend of mine since freshman year of high school. I have also talked with him personally about his experience as a member of the LGBTQ community and have been there throughout his transition and coming out process. It is presumably difficult for those a part of the LGBTQ community to come out and be honest with their sexuality, so I asked Dylan about his own experience.
At the beginning of high school, it was just like, obviously everything was kind of weird. Everybody was awkward at the beginning of high school. Like, we all had our weird quirks and stuff like that. But I always knew that I was different just because, obviously I like the guys, so that was different than most people. So I'd get nervous when I want to, hang out with guys or, do stuff like that. And then over time, I just kind of got more comfortable with it. And by the time of my senior year in high school, I was pretty much just ready to tell people. So that's what I did.
Over the past year, the number of individuals who came out has nearly tripled due to social media websites such as Facebook and Instagram. This meaning over 800,000 Americans in the United States alone changed their Facebook status to being interested in the same sex or a custom sex in the past year. Whether or not this act of having an open sexuality was ignited by the Supreme Court ruling in favor of same-sex marriage, legalizing same-sex marriage nationwide, more than 6 million Americans have come out on Facebook alone. The amount of LGBTQ advocacy pages and programs has increased on both Twitter and Facebook as well. With easy access to the internet and the mainstream use of the social media platform, most adolescents a part of the LGBTQ community are deciding to come out of the closet over social media.
It started with a couple close friends, and I just told them personally pretty much. And then I ended up posting a picture on Instagram with a bunch of support from my friends. It took a lot of effort, but ended up posting it on Instagram, and that was pretty much my coming out day, I guess.
2 years ago, I was scrolling through my Instagram feed right before bed, just like any other night. I was shocked when I came across a post from my friend Dylan Cook. There was a picture of him in a rainbow shirt, and at the bottom corner, a little label stating, "Hello, I am gay," in all caps. I was not surprised about him being gay, but instead his Instagram post. Of course, we all had our suspicions about Dylan, although I never expected him to share his sexuality over social media. The picture included a very personal caption with Dylan introducing himself for the first time as the real me. It was strange to me that he was willing to put himself in such a vulnerable position over the internet, or was he hiding in fear behind the words from his keyboard? Since the encounter of this Instagram post, I have noticed more and more members of the LGBTQ community coming out over all spectrums of social media. The high school senior at this time remembers
Going to school the next day, and it was I wasn't sure how people were going to react.
Social media has made it easier for the LGBTQ community to come out and be honest about their sexuality. However, this does not mean that everyone is going to be happy and accepting. Even though laws and prevention acts have been put into place in order to create equality among the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer communities, these individuals are not being seen as equals to those who consider themselves to be straight society. Counterpublics are those who formulate oppositional interpretations of their identities, interests, and needs. Essentially, the counterpublic of the LGBTQ society has been set apart from the mainstream public due to rejection and differentiation from the so-called social norm. Is this why those a part of the LGBTQ community are reverting to coming out on the internet? Not all members in the LGBTQ community find an increase in their personal happiness when they are honest with everyone and themselves about their sexuality, but some are fortunate enough with their experience. Where you live, your culture, and so on plays a major factor in this experience.
I mean, obviously people reacted in the comments and the amount of likes and stuff that I got. That was really cool. But I wasn't sure how like different just like walking around would be, because like you'd walk by someone in the hall, you smile at them, but now you have to like think about if that person is still going to smile because of, you know, some people have their differences and don't believe in stuff due to religion and stuff like that. So I would have to worry about that. I would have to like look at people and then look how they look back at me and figure out if that was okay, you know, that I could still like smile at people and they'd be okay with it. But luckily, I didn't have much to worry about, because where we live, it's pretty, I don't know, laid back, and everybody was pretty much okay with it, so it was good to know.
Fortunately, many, like Dylan, have had a positive experience with their coming out. Living in San Clemente myself with Dylan, I am grateful that I was able to be a part of his experience firsthand. We are both lucky enough to come from such a close-knit community and a high school where the hashtag One Town, One Team was a true reality within our hometown. Everyone supported each other and sincerely loved and respected one another for the person that they are. Because of this, coming out was not uncommon in our community, whether it be over the use of social media or in person themselves.
Well, pretty much right away, everybody was super excited and like happy, and then everything pretty much just went back to normal. Like when it first happened, obviously stuff's different, because like people are freaking out and it's like awesome, they get all happy. And then, I don't know, a week or two later, it was pretty much like everything was back to normal. I didn't really have any differences around even in my house or anything like that. It was much different.
In reality, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer people are friends, family members, co-workers, and neighbors, and the Constitution clearly states that all men are created equal. Therefore, one's sexual orientation should not affect this mandated equality. Many are now questioning whether or not the concept of coming out and being gay has been desensitized due to social media. Is being openly gay on the internet just another social uproar in order to become noticed and popular? Or is American society truly learning to be accepting of all who are created equal?